There we are. We are ready. Blue Bonnie Bob is in the building. Hi, soulmates. We have Peter Johnston in the building. We have Victor Brown in the building. We're rocking today. We have a family, two favorite bands, Franz Rhythm and of course Mission Souls. Now, for the past literally 20, and there is SF Rose. For the past 24 months, these two bands have been the two top contending bands for the favorite spots of the hearts of the Filipinos and the world at large. They're doing so well, they're so phenomenal that, so many people are just loving on them. So many people appreciate them so much. Give me a quick minute. I got to turn off some streams. I've been live on TikTok and it is still on my computer. So let me just turn that off right now quickly and put YouTube stream on here. All right, where's YouTube stream? All right, there it is. Okay. I'm going to pin the chat first for membership because recently in my comment section somebody was asking me how do I join the GK membership. So some people still are not aware of how to join it. Now in my description there's a link in there that says join, you can use that link and join, but I'm going to pin it in the chat as well, just in case you don't know how. So that's the link to join the membership here on GK. All right, so it's pinned at the top. I just pinned it at the top of the comment section for those who want to join the membership. Anthony Tovar 9513 is here again. He was here last week and we talked about so much, and we are here to talk about all of them this evening again. I want to say greetings and welcome to you all, wherever in the world you're watching from, whether you're from the Philippines, you're from Dubai, you're from Saudi Arabia, you're from the UK, the United States, Canada, Indonesia, wherever in the world you are watching from right now. I want to say a sincere greetings to you all. It is very cold in the United States. Of course, it is snowing on the outside. Well, it is not snowing currently, but it snowed a few days ago, and the road is still horrible. There is still cold. It is 27 degrees right now in New Jersey, where I am. And so it is cold. Good evening, GK, watching from Arlington, Texas. Thank you for watching. We have a lot of Texans in here last week. Yes, so I'm happy to see you back with us this week. So this week we're going to talk about Mission Souls and Franz Rhythm and how serious they are about music. I read a comment recently. I think the comment might still be there, so I'm going to see if I find it and read it. Two comments actually I saw recently, and I want to read one of them for you. Okay, let me see if I find it. Hold on, just a minute. Just a minute. Let me see if I find this comment. Um, 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 nope, I don't see it yet. No, 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 no. All right, I think I missed it. I will find it again somewhere. I will find it again somewhere. So, someone's copy man a copy. So there is somebody from Indonesia in the building. Thank you for watching from Indonesia. Copy man a copy. So recently, somebody said to me in the comments, Franz Rhythm, they just do this for fun. Okay, I'm gonna just say that somebody left in the comment section. Franz Rhythm does this just for fun. And of course, some of the viewers and some of the fans, some of the Mission Souls, soulmates, and other people, that's how they find it. Okay, we just get up, we play music for fun. But I am here to tell you today that it is more than just fun. Now, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to do the things we do as content creator. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of focus. It takes away a lot of things from you. And if you just do this for fun, you will wreck yourself. I'm telling you, I'm not even no capping here. If you just do this and just call it for fun, you likely will wreck yourself because it's draining. It takes a lot to practice your instrument. It takes a lot to record. It takes a lot to mix and master and upload and edit and video record, video edit. It takes a lot of work. And if you lose all this time to making content, it takes away from the other time with everything else that you want to do in life. Now, here's a good part about it. Here is the good side or the upside about all of this. It helps you to remain as a family. So you could be doing other things as family, like quarreling, cursing, fighting, doing all kind of things as a family. But here's the fun part of it. It is best to do music together as a family. That's one of the plus side, or that's one of the upside, or that's one of the advantages of doing music together as a family. So as I'm saying, expenditure into making all these things has to be considered. It takes money to make content, believe it or not, and you won't make it if you have something sucking you and you're not eating, you're going to die. If you are feeding sucklings, such as babies, so if a mother is feeding her baby for survival and she herself is not eating to survive, she's going to die and the baby is going to also die. So this means that as someone who is feeding someone, you have to feed yourself, else the person you're feeding will starve or die from starvation. Saying that to say, thank you, SF Rose, for highlighting your membership for 24 months. As I say, there is a link there for those who want to join the membership. Someone asked me recently, how can I join Glasses Kingdom membership? Well, there's a link pinned at the top of the screen if you ever want to join the membership of GK. So it takes a lot of who would win a twerk battle, Eminem or Obama. All right. I can't believe I just read that comment out loud. I normally just ignore certain comments. I saw a video posted by Joe Walsh. He's selling all of guitars and gear and stated very few musicians play with their own instrument now. See? Well, that part is not true. That part is not true when he says very few musicians play with their own instrument right now. That part is certainly not true. Every professional musician have their own instrument. The only truth to this I can say, some musician may tour renting an equipment. So you might rent the equipment from a store and return it after the tour, or you can buy it and then return it after your shows. But back to the statements of content creators. When you create content, you have to find fun in it. There has to be fun in what you do, else it's going to break you. You're going to probably eventually just give it up and say, I can't deal. Because other things is going to turn you off. People are going to turn you off. Things are going to turn you off, and you just can't be bothered anymore. Anyway, here's the thing. Here is the thing that you have to take into consideration at all times. So while you're doing this for fun, you have to remember that the bills have to be paid. You use electricity to do all the things that you do. So while you are doing all of these things for fun, the electric company is not charging you for fun. Or better yet, they're charging you for fun. Hi, Daddy, I'm here. All right, great to see you, Sky. Great to see you. All of this is done. The electricity company is going to charge you for fun. Yes, they're not going to ease you up to say, okay, I see that you're just making content for fun, so we're going to give you electricity to do everything that you do. It takes up time in the studio, so you're going to be absent from anything else that you have to do. Takes time. It takes electricity. It takes feeding yourself, which is a must. You got to feed yourself regardless if you're making content or not. So electricity, gears. You have to think about the wear and tear of the gears you're using. You need cameras. You need more than one camera. You need a camera. You need an editing device. So you need a computer. You need a phone. You need a lot of things to be a content creator. And trust me, I'm going to tell you this. After creating contents for 1 month, you're going to owe a minimum of, let me see, how much dollars would you have owed at the end of a month if you add up everything that you've used and that kind of stuff? You're going to be a loser. You're going to lose. It is not easy to do these things and just say, I'm just doing it for fun. So I'm going to show you this. In every Franz Rhythm video, there is a Gcash account in the description. And everybody who create, go to their descriptions, you will see PayPal, you will see Gcash, you will see all kind of method of you giving something, because when YouTube is paying content creators, they take 30%. So if you gave me $100 in a stream, when YouTube is collecting, they collect 30% of that $100 before it comes to me. Here's a fun fact that most of you would have never thought of. After YouTube have taken 30%, at the end of a tax year, you have to pay tax on everything that you gain from YouTube. So after you've given 30% to YouTube, you have to pay, in America, we have to pay IRS. So IRS is going to collect a percentage from what you've earned for the tax year. So you want to tell me if you create content for a year, you make $5,000, YouTube take 30%, and IRS take their percentage of tax out of it. At the end of the day, you barely get anything. So that's why most content creators prefer if you send whatever you're giving them via Gcash or PayPal or whatever other means outside of the platform. GK only Filipinos GK only for Filipino citizens Gcash. Yes, I know. I know that Gcash is for Filipino citizens. It's a thing for the Filipinos. But I'm just saying, for the person who says that Franz Rhythm is doing this just for fun, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to debunk that statement right now. It is not just for fun. But as my title say this evening, the favorite family bands in the Philippines, how serious are they? Now, this is a question that I'm asking, even though I know the answer already. How serious are they to making a career out of music? Are they ever in that state of mind to say, all right, we're going to set a goal. We want to become champions of our crafts in the industry? Are they heading in that direction? Are they practicing enough? Are they producing enough? Are they composing enough to lead them or to catapult them into a direction that suggests that they are indeed serious about the craft, serious about the music, serious about being pioneers eventually of the music industry? All right, between the two families, of course, Mission Souls is certainly a little bit more serious in wanting to be full-time musicians. I can tell you that. Um, as opposed to Franz Rhythm, it might be part-time, but I won't call it, all right, we just do music for fun. No, they're not doing music just for fun. They might do it part-time. So they may have other jobs and do music as a part-time job. That's what I think will probably eventually, unless they change their trajectory at this moment, they're certainly going to be part-time musicians and do other jobs. As it is for Mission Souls, I think for sure they're going to do other things, but I think they're a little bit more serious in terms of being full-time musicians. I think Ice is not going to escape being likely a full-time musician, and this doesn't mean that he's not going to do anything else. The way Ice is focused on practicing and getting things right and be professional, I see him being a full-time musician. And being a full-time musician means that he's not going to just be a drummer. He's going to likely be a producer. He's likely going to be an engineer of some sorts, and he's going to do a lot of things in music. Is it a case where I'm frozen? I'm frozen on the computer screen, but I am talking here. I'm not sure if I am frozen everywhere else. Let me just check real quick. Oh, I think it's okay. I figured out what happened. All right, so as I say, Nisha, she puts in a lot of practice. She puts in a lot of time into getting things right. She is likely going to be a full-time musician. Stacy loves what she does. She enjoys singing. She enjoys playing the music. She's learning a lot of songs. She's putting in the work. I think Stacy likely is going to be a full-time musician as well, or she's taking music serious on a next level where she would love to pursue a career in music. Nacy's, I think she might do something else. I think she's going to do music for sure and be a part of the family for a long time, the musical part of it. But I think, I don't know why I feel like she likely probably will do something else if she's not doing it already. um as it is for the family in general, in terms of Sheena, and Seacon. Now, here's the thing. I'm not sure if they're going to do music full time as a full family, including Seacon and Sheena. I think Sheena and Seacon is going to be a part of their musical career for a long time, if not forever. But being the singers and a part of the stage performers, I don't think Sheena and Seacon is going to be that for a very long time. I think they will be there in the background giving the support, which is what is required actually. The four kids, I think they should do something really serious. Now, here is something that is going to happen. Temptation is going to come to them. So other people are going to like an individual person from each band, both from Franz Rhythm and both from Mission Souls, but more so from Mission Souls. People are going to require the expertise of Anisha. So other bands, other professional are going to reach out to the family and say, hey, we need Nisha to play on this. And some of these opportunities might be so great that it is going to be hard to say no. Those are where some of the problems are going to come in. Now, the family is a very religious family. They believe in what they do, they believe in their religion, and they're sticking to their religion. Now, some of what they believe will prohibit them from getting as serious as they probably would have wanted to. So there's a lot of things on the line to consider in becoming a serious musician in the business. I'm going to just go to two comments quickly. Did you see someone just gifted MS another guitar and Ernie Ball Music Man Steve Moore Y2D signature model in the purple sunset finish? No, I haven't seen that yet, but I guess I will see it eventually. Sheena says in 5 to 10 years, they want to be in the background supporting the kids. Oh, see, Blue Bone, Blue Bunny Bob is saying, Sheena actually says in 5 to 10 years, they want to be in the background supporting the kids. So even without anybody telling me this, I already know based on observation, but that is the right thing to do. Eventually, the parents will have to step back off the stage and allow the four kids to do their things, just be there as managers and as, whatever capacity you want to feel in the background, that's what they have to do. Um now here it is for Franz Rhythm. I personally don't see Franz Rhythm performing live outside of the Philippines anytime soon. It would be a miracle if it happens, and I'm not saying it cannot happen, but I don't see them performing out of the Philippines anytime soon. I think they're focused on other things as opposed to the music. And I personally, as a musician who's been in the music industry for years and years and years and years, I can tell I can tell when somebody put time into practicing their instrument. And that's what makes a difference, a significant difference between the two bands. Yes, that is one of the things that makes a significant difference between the two bands. I can tell that one set put in more rigid work than the other. School for Franz Rhythm. Yes, certainly, I can tell. They are going to school and they're focused on other parts of the education than music. So that suggests that they're not going to be branching out into performing anywhere else in the world anytime soon. Now, people are watching. All kinds of people are watching both bands. All kinds of people worldwide is watching Nisha. Like people are focused on Nisha, zooming in on her, and people have plans for her. And other bands and other musicians are saying in their private places of their homes and studios, I probably want to get her to play on a song one of these days. I probably want to get her to do some work in the studios. I probably want her to be a part of my band at some given point. They are probably likely reaching out already, and C can probably be up there saying, no, she's too young. We're gonna wait a little bit longer. Give her some more time to gel with the family, play music with the family, bond with the family before we. I think of Mission Souls as a band from as a brand, and there will be many sunsets and side projects. Absolutely, I support that. Mission Souls, shout out from Saudi Arabia. Thank you for coming in and thank you for that shout out. So I am saying we are already at 21 minutes into this live stream and we're going for 45 minutes. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. Hopefully, I can see them while we continue on this music chat. Also, if you have not become a member, if you look in the chat right now, you will see some people with names in green. You see how they stand out? That's what happened. I see their comments faster, not just because they're members, like I'm prejudiced and I'm looking out for them, but because it's a different color. It's brighter for me and I see it easier. When I see the green, I see the comment even faster. So joining the membership is a good thing for both of us. It highlights you so much in the comment section. You shine like a diamond down there, all in green uniform. So big ups and big shout out to my uniform people: Victor Brown, SF Rose, Blue Bonnet, Bob. I think we have 4 members in the chat right now. I hope we get 2 more or 3 more before we end this stream. It is very affordable, only $2 US, I think, something like that. Very affordable. Okay, so yes, Victor Brown, I totally agree with you. Mission Souls is becoming a brand, but there are a few things that is holding them back, or there are a few things that will hold them back. One being religion. I think they are dedicated family to their religion and to their beliefs. And that will kind of be a pushback or a setback, or it will hold them back for a little minute. Now, as for the kids, I'm not sure if they're going to eventually mature into adults and still be a part of their parents' religion. It's going to still be in them, and they're going to probably still practice some of the things, the doctrines and whatever they do. And that, as I say, might affect them in some ways because you're going to have to get away from something religiously if you want to be a part of the corporate world. You're going to be faced with a lot of things and you're going to have to make some serious decisions. But as I say, I certainly see the mission souls, kids especially, going far not long from now. They're going to get a lot of deals, a lot of things. People are going to keep giving them things because they see the hard work. When you look at them, their faith won't hold them back, it will guide them. That's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it, but I know what I'm saying because I've been in both part of the worlds. I've been in the part that is doing the recruiting as well as I've been in the part that is being recruited. And trust me, I have worked with a gospel artist in Jamaica one time. And trust me, it gets rough out here. So while their religion will guide them, you can look at it from that perspective to say, all right, it will guide them into following their path. But what they will achieve is going to be totally different based on their religion and their beliefs. Now, I had a friend in Jamaica. His name is Jermaine Edwards. Most of you may know this song. He had a song that went viral recently. The song is called Beautiful Day. Tell me if you've ever heard that song called Beautiful Day. Let me know. I'm going to look for it until somebody answer me if they know it. If nobody knows it, I'm gonna play a quick part of it. Beautiful Day. Okay. So I'm going to ask the question again. Is there anybody in the chat that knows the song from Jermaine Edwards that say, well, you all know because there's a Filipino band called Tropical, what's the name again? That actually covered the song. It went viral about 2 years ago. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain. That song went viral. It starts something like this. So that's the song. Now I used to work with this guy, and that guy got a record deal one time. And you know what the record deal had in the contract? The record deal says, sign this contract, but before you sign this contract, you have to, or after you sign the contract, you have to take the word Jesus out of your songs. Okay? You have to take the word Jesus out of your songs, and you have a deal. He refused the deal, of course. Years later, this song went viral. Sony Records signed the same artist. They didn't give him a deal to say take the word Jesus out of your songs, out of your songs. They just signed a deal. But after they've signed the deal, it's almost like his career started going down as opposed to up. Jermaine Edwards disappeared off the market. Whether he decided to take a break via himself, via his own decisions, his career started to take a leap downwards. I am saying these things can affect you one way or the next. And I agree that yes, your faith and your beliefs will guide you as a person, as a musician. But I'm saying in this world that is changing so fast, the things that they accept in this world, the only thing that could save a mission soul in terms of being guided by their thoughts or by their faith is if they start a record label for themselves, start a publishing by themselves, get managers and create companies so you do your own stuff. That way, the gatekeepers will still lock you out. Yes, the gatekeepers are always going to lock you out, but that is a way to get through with your own stuff, do things the way you want to do it, and you might be successful in your own faith. Otherwise, there's going to be compromise that you might have to make as an artist, as a person, and some of them might go against your belief. I was always, when I was raised, I was a Seventh day Sabbath person. So I went to a Sabbath church and I could not do a lot of concerts because most concerts was on a Friday night or on a Saturday. I can't do concerts on Friday night because of my belief. And of course, I struggled because of my belief. So you're going to lose some things. You know, you're going to be affected or be impacted by the laws and the rules of these contracts and these kind of stuff, and you have to prepare for them. So when I say their faith might prevent them from certain things, it might not be a big loss. It might not be a loss at all, but I'm saying these things are going to happen. And as a musician, you have to prepare for these things. You can't sweep it under the rug and say, my faith will guide me and I will be okay. Here is some of the things that will happen. You will find yourself into a situation, and it's when you're actually in it, when you realize that you're in it. Now, when you're signed to a label and you start to have a manager, sir, when will you react to the Alip Bata video again? Whenever he has new videos, I will certainly react to it. True, maybe people interested in backing MS financially to let them do it their way. That's where it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The world is tactical. The world is strategic. Business people are mean, kind of mean. Business people only do things to gain. And to gain, you have to sometimes dilute or go against even some things that you believe. So the business people are not going to care about your religion. The business people don't give a crap whether you are Adventist or you're Catholic or you say Holy Mary, Mother of Jesus, they don't care. When they are signing you, they are going to give you their stipulations. Okay, so you're going to sign this contract and you're signing to this, that, and that, and blah, blah, blah. They have a plan and they have a business plan that is strategically meant for them earning off of you. Every record deal that you will ever sign as a musician, the record deal is for the record shareholders to earn off of your career. And that's why record dealers like to sign younger people. Record deal is not going to give somebody at 50 years old a record deal. They're not going to give you a record deal if you're 45 years old, not even 40. Record publishers and these companies will give you a deal if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. They want you to be young because it's a longevity thing. You have to make them money. So a contract, they're looking into the first 10 years. What can we earn? What can we gain off of your career in the first 10 years? No, they're not looking for somebody who is going to get old too quick or somebody who is, not going to be, you're not going to make a lot of money off of them because, they need somebody to train. They want to train you their way, they want to guide you their way, and they want to make as much money off of you as possible. And you're never going to find a business person who is prejudiced enough to say, do whatever you want, just do whatever you want, do whatever you believe in, and I will just sit here and watch. No, they have a business plan and they want you to be a part of their business plan. Um, Mary Lou, good to see you. Been a while. Franz Rhythm might learn music at school as well as ordinary subjects. Um, yeah, that might be the case. But as I say before, Franz Rhythm is certainly not looking. What I see, I don't see them having much interest in getting out there. They like what they do. They like recording their videos at home, post them on YouTube, and every now and then do a one live concert here and a one live concert there. But I think they're kind of comfortable with what they're doing. And because they're so comfortable and they're so happy with what they're doing, I don't see them doing much more than what they are doing. You know, continue to do YouTube videos, do shows in the Philippines. I don't see a record company from Switzerland or from United States or from UK saying, "All right, let's sign you." As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure if at the pace they're going, I'm not sure they would get a record deal in the Philippines either. It doesn't look like it. They're good. They do what they do well. They choose great songs, they play them well, and they do well in what they do. But at this moment, I don't see it passing what they're doing right now. Maybe after they finish their schooling and they're free to do whatever they want to do, maybe they will get more serious into the music. But as for now, I don't see that. So now we look at Mission Souls. They look like they mean business. I'm going to tell you something. Most people are running. By the way, just to be clear, this is not necessarily a comparison between the two bands. Some people hate it, but you can't get away from it. Preferences, you will preferences and bias, you will not escape it. And even if you think, okay, don't compare them, they're good in their own rights. People just like to comfort themselves with saying these things. Oh, both of them are great and they're good in their own rights. Two of them are just, I just love them both and blah blah blah. Of course you can say all what you want to say. At the end of the day, there are going to be biases and preferences, because as may I tell you, when the record companies come to sign them, they're going to look for the best. And the moment you use the word best, the comparison start. You're looking for the best guitar player, you're looking for the best drummer, you want the best of the best to sign a deal with. The comparison starts. So you can tell them, you can tell them about, don't compare them. Somebody told me the last time I did a video with both of them. The person right in the comment section, they say, I can't believe you would stoop so low, GK. I loved your work. I loved what you do. You were just great all this time, but I never believe you would have stooped so low to make a comparison between the two bands. Well, I tell you this, talk about Sweet Notes. How are they doing financially? 1 billion YouTube views in 5 years. They are doing something and they know. Sweet Notes, they know that this thing is not just for fun. At the end of the day, it's a job. Sweet Notes, it's a job for them. This is not okay, we're just playing music for fun because we love music and we're Filipinos and we just sing because Filipinos love to sing. Hell no. It is not just for fun. It's a business. And they have a business plan. And they're working their butts off to gain as much as they can. Because I tell you, it takes a lot. Equipments are not cheap. Victor Brown is in the chat. You can ask him. You think because all these people purchase an instrument and send it to the family, you think, okay, all right, I guess it's affordable? Because I will tell you this. Some people know this, so I'm going to just say it because it's out there. Other people Googled when I promised Ice the double kick. I had a little look online because I wanted to surprise him. I wanted to buy the double kick and just ship it to his door. And I found one for like 245 dollars thereabout. And at the time I saw the best in that category for 311 dollars. And I said to myself, all right, I'm gonna just buy it, ship it to him, and one day he's just gonna wake up and see it at his door and he's gonna be surprised and he's gonna be happy. However, we had the interview and he told me the one he wanted. Lo and behold, when I look at the price, I'm like, what the heck? I had no idea that it was going to be as expensive. And if I didn't have SF Rose in my corner at the time, I would not have been able to afford it because it was far more expensive than I thought. It was almost 1,000 US dollars for it. Just a few dollars less than 1,000 US. And we decided we're going to get it nevertheless. So think of it. He's using a $1,000 pedal to beat another equipment. Boop, boop, boop. So $1,000 is beating against another $500 equipment, and the tom and the cymbals and the snares and the hi-hat. You're looking at $2,000 for the drum kit alone. Then the guitars. You have to change strings literally depending on how often you play your guitar. You might have to change string weekly or every 2 weeks, or depending on how often you play, you have to change your guitar string. Those cost. You can't go to the guitar store to say, give me some strings to play because I'm doing it for fun. You have to purchase them. Then there is the microphone, there is the mixing board, there is the DAW, the DAW. That's like the Pro Tools and the Ableton Live and that kind of stuff. And then um, there is the equipment, the laptop, the computer, the internet. You got to pay for all of these things. So at the end of the day, as I say, it costs a lot to make the production. And at the end of the production, what you gain from YouTube, you have to balance it against your expenditure. So let's say you spend $100 for your production, but when you upload your video, you get $40. You've lost $60. You're in deficit. So you can't do that for fun. You can't lose $60 for fun because your family needs it. So I'm saying at the end of the day, we put in a lot of work, we buy equipments and we do all these things. We cannot just do this for fun. I personally have done a lot of things where I stand the loss. For years, I've been making videos and I was on the losing end because I was spending more than what I'm gaining. And even now, I have to make like a lot of videos, a lot for it to accumulate to a very small amount, not even 1,000. 100. My salary from the platform is in the hundreds. It's not even in the thousands. What I spend is in the thousands. So I am losing. I am spending thousands and I'm making hundreds. So who is losing? Me. So it's not just for fun. But the thing is, I have hope one day that what I am doing on here will be so valuable that eventually somebody will say, he's a good guy. Let's do something for him. Let's send him something. Let's do something for him. I still have hope that I will educate somebody enough that they will be successful. So even if I am not successful, what I do will help somebody else to be successful, and I will be happy with that. So I may have lost a few dollars, but I will count it as giving to someone who needs it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. MS will need to duplicate their studio equipment to use in their big gigs to create the sound we are demanding. Yes, that's a very good statement. That's a very, very good statement. They will need new equipment. They will need backline. So they will need amplifier, like two. They will need two amplifier, one for Stacy and one for Nisha, guitar amp. They will need a bass rig for whoever. So a bass rig, two guitar amp, one keyboard rig. They will need things for the keyboard, more keyboards, more things for the road. GK, you're already valuable. Look at Mission Souls now. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've done a lot. Trust me, I've done a lot more than you know because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about all the things I do. That one thing just happened to be in your faces because of the interview. So if it wasn't for the interview, you would never have known that I bought a pedal for ice because I don't talk about what I do. I just do it and I know that I contribute to the society of music and that's it. Anyway, we're at 45 minutes yet. We're at 42 minutes. So I'm going to take a break from talking now and I'm looking in the comments. So it's time to ask all your questions. I will be reading comments now. Let me just check to see if I missed any while I was talking. So for me, MS, we need to figure out to support them to keep them from having to sign a deal that's not good for them. Yes, yes. I think Seekan and Sheena is very. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to say Sheena and Seekan because I think Seekan parents is still around, and I think the parent, Seekan parent, is one of the stronger one in their faith, in their religion. So she's there and she's guiding them. She's telling them, oh no, you can't do this. No, you can't do this because it's against the will of God. You can't do this and that. So I think that lady is there and she is guiding them more than anybody else you can ever imagine. Love your brother. Shine your light. Detailing. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. At some point, they need. Oh, I read that comment already. So, guys, it is time for questions. It is time for your own statements. What do I think about what you think about them? It's also time to join the membership if you haven't. This link is pinned at the top of the screen in this video in the comment section. If you want to join the membership, it's affordable. That's a good thing for me. It's one of the ways you support what I do. Um, and you don't have to join it forever. You can cancel your membership at the end of any given month. So if you join it this month, it lasts for a month and you can deactivate your membership at the end of the month. So you can join it for 1 month. Did you ever see the video of Ice playing the ukulele and Nisha playing the melodica? No, I haven't seen it. Why have I not seen it? I'm writing it down right now because my situation is normally so filled up. So I just went on 2 hours live on my TikTok channel. And I went from TikTok and I come here and I do another live for 45 minutes. And when I finish here, I have to make 3 videos and edit them for tomorrow. So I just keep going from one thing to the next. Because when I get out of the studio, I am gone for like weeks, days, months. So when I have time in the studio, I have to do as much as I can. So I get so busy, and I may not realize that I didn't check out the video. So I'm gonna have to go look at the video right after this, and if it's something that I can react to, I can do my own review and analysis and post it for you tomorrow. If that's the case, if not, I will just watch it, and that is going to be it. We are at 5:45 minutes. Any more questions? We have finished our little talk here today, and there's a lot more to talk about. Trust me, I left out a lot of things, but we're going to do this again next week, Tuesday. We're going to come back here and we're going to talk about music, the music business, musicians, what we do, why we do what we do, and we're going to also talk about my reaction to them. Why do I say the things that I say? Why do I act the way I act to a certain family or a certain band, that kind of stuff. MS had a tour next Canada, US, UK, and Indonesia. What? Julius is saying MS had a tour next in, I think you want to say has. MS has a tour next in Canada, US, UK, and Indonesia. That would be so cool. I would love to see that. Justin Wade, I saw your comment, Glenn. Just letting you know that I see you. All right. Also, if you want me to give you a shout out, now is the time to type in the chat so I can say hello to you personally. If you don't type, I don't know that you're here. If you type a message in the chat, I will say hello to you because now I know that you're present and I can talk to you. So, where are you watching from? Where is everybody watching from? And you can still put your question in here. I have another 3 minutes to answer quickly, and then I'm out of here. So, any questions, any comments, any thoughts, anything? And thanks to 12 people who chose to like today's stream. Appreciate it. I appreciate it much. Okay. All right. If there's no more question and there's nobody watching in the Philippines, so Julius is in the Philippines. All right. Awesome sauce. Anybody else? Nobody else? No? Nobody else? Aussie here, of course. Peter Johnson. I know you are in the Aussie business. Fort Worth, Texas here. Those I know, but thank you for saying. So Anthony Tovar. Anthony Tovar is in Texas. Peter Johnston is in Australia, and Julius is in the Philippines. Anybody else? Nobody else? Anybody else? Okay. All right, with that said, we have arrived at the end of the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting the two families and all the other families that you support. Thank you for watching with us. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate your presence. And even if you didn't type, but you just sit there or stand there, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And we have more videos coming up for you tomorrow. So I have a post on my community post. If you want to request a video, put it on my community post so I can remember that you have that request. Otherwise, I might go right by some of the comments in the comment section. If you had requested a song and you haven't seen it yet, put it on my community post under a tab I have for request, and then I will see it and I will react to it. So until then, peace be within your walls. And remember, what you do from here on, do it safely. And until we meet again in another comment section, in another live stream, one love.